wings on that sumbitch before you throw him overboard.
Gather round and listen to a tale of brave souls, big and small, where they go on adventures, where they may trip but never fall. Trials, triumphs, and doing their best. Join us, friends, on a stumble quest.
Last time on Stumble Quest, the group opts for a sea approach after discussing a potentially disastrous skyward journey, and Knack shares a bit of knowledge of Belle as they prepare for their journey ahead.
Okay, so you guys have a good long while as you're out at sea, traveling up towards the coast of Belle. You could go over some of the notes. You could also, if anybody would like to try and assist Scaff in figuring out the power cell situation. Actually, I think Libra's going to help him with that. Excellent.
I think I will go over some of Witherspeed's.
There's a decipher something or other, yes? In
Decipher script?
Yes, because a lot of his notes are written in like a shorthand and things like that, so that he can jot down a lot of things really fast.
Have you ever seen Russian doctor's notes?
Russian doctor's notes?
Yeah.
They're worse than normal doctor's notes?
I cannot say I have.
I mean, I can imagine what that looks like, but no, I have not. Goddamn.
It looks like scribbled madness.
I was just looking at my Decipher script, and I had like a 20, and I'm untrained in it, and I was like, what? And then I looked, and my diplomacy didn't have any of points in diplomacy, and I was like, I'm pretty sure this points are supposed to be in diplomacy.
Yeah.
I think at one point, I must have just dragged the number up on my...
Fair enough.
So yeah, that makes a lot more... I was like, I'm not complaining about a 20 skill modifier bonus, but I don't think I have that. Now I have 9, which makes way more sense.
So you're going to be going over Witherspeed's notes. Libra and anybody else who wishes to help can help Scaff. Is there anything anybody would like to be doing in particular as you travel?
Knack is a lot less silly than usual and a lot more contemplative and visibly stressed out.
Oh, baby.
It's not a lot to do would contribute to any of the things.
I know Oswalt's been spending his free time on the boat just doing push-ups and shit.
Yeah.
Getting buff?
Yeah.
Trying. He's never going to get buff.
Hell yeah.
He's just going to get more wiry.
Yeah.
How long are we projected to be traveling for?
About 2 weeks.
Have I had Knack do that ritual with the life god pendant yet?
Not yet, no. You were debating trying to do that in the debug world birch tree forest.
Oh, yeah.
But no, you haven't. You do have a tiny little forest pocket down there. You could do that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try to do that. I think maybe having Knack ground himself before this, try to get as close as he can to the life god during our travel.
Okay.
Would make the most sense. I don't know, maybe Knack could disappear into that fucking birch forest for a bit.
Well,
he's going into the what's it called in Dragon Ball Z? The fucking
hyperbolic time chamber?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Fuck it. Let's do it.
Okay. If you wanted to go into the birch tree forest, you'd have to figure out how Socks got there and get him to make you a portal.
Yeah, exactly.
You could just use your bonsai pocket of stuff. But that
I would like to no. That's been a good grounding point on the boat. That was Knack's first thought when seeing that other world, and so I think Knack is going to experiment with Socks to see if Socks can reliably take him there and back.
Can I get you to roll a handle animal? Because you're technically trying to train him.
Yeah. No, this is great. No, I think this is exactly what Knack wants. All right, buddy. Like how unreliable my handle animal has been, despite having so many points in it. It's just because my charisma is so shit.
Oh no.
I have like 7 points in a handle animal, and I'm always failing these rolls because like I get no bonuses to it. Okay, well that's nice. 19.
Damn. Okay, that's pretty good. Through a lot of extensive work with Socks, trying to train him and reward him with good berries as treats and stuff as you work with him.
He's
You
a simple
actually-
guy. He likes his berries.
You're actually able to get him to more or less reliably open this portal in 2 days.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We're making good time.
You rolled well and I rolled well. So there you go.
Oh. Handshake
So-
emoji. Where is it? Up top. There we go. That's not going to pick up on the recordings or anything like that.
Aw. Well, we can add one in right here.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
So Knack can pop into the strange birch tree dimension and
Okay.
meditate.
It's unfamiliar enough to be uncanny, but it
Mhm.
will do.
It is odd. The longer
Do I feel the presence of the life god there at all, actually?
I mean, you do, yes.
Oh, okay.
But like I would say that connecting with the life god in the weird birch tree forest is a little bit harder just because there is something odd about the place. It's not, you don't feel like there's anything hostile in there and nothing's happening to you when you're in there. It's just kind of unsettling and strange.
Yeah.
It's very much like a liminal space.
Are the trees
You're in there and
real?
you're just like, they are real trees, yes. Are you wandering through this place at all, trying to find a good place to meditate while this is happening?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you would notice that it feels like a lot of them are like repeating.
Like it's repeating. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe I just need to like make a space then. It's just
Make
like,
a spot to hang out.
I see what's going on here. Once Knack realizes that this place is kind of just repeating over and over and not really like gonna give me like a good spot the way like a natural forest might if I searched hard enough, Knack just picks a spot. He just picks a spot, sets his stuff down. Honey's there. He calls Honey over. They sit down and get comfortable. Knack is going to pray, and he's going to pray for a very long time. I think we had mentioned, and I don't recall exactly how long it was because my memory is really bad, but I think it was like Knack would have to pray for like a week or something.
It was at least a couple days, but I want to say that in here, since it feels a little bit strange and connecting to the life god is a little bit harder, it would take you a week or a little over a week.
Better than the boat, honestly.
It would be better than the boat, yeah.
Yeah, Knack's gonna disappear for a week and not be back for a very long time. I relay it to the group though, once I've got my spot, maybe I'd return and just let the group know, like, yeah, I'm not gonna be here. You're not gonna, no problems from me on this trip, all right, guys? Like, I'm gonna be back.
It is really funny to imagine 2 straight days of Knack going around the boat trying to get Socks to learn how to open this specific portal.
He's doing it on
and then just like, I'm out.
Yeah, I like to imagine the training consists of him playing a lot of fetch.
Yeah, that's kind of what I pictured too, because that's how he discovered it in the first place.
Well, that's fun. I mean, like we don't play with Socks all that much, but that's.
Aww.
Although
nice.
I like to imagine that we probably do, just not like
just not on camera.
We don't bring it up a lot, but yeah.
Yeah.
During the training montage of you with Socks, every now and then you see Oswalt again in the background training with a skeleton. The skeleton has a dagger and Oswalt doesn't have a shirt on and he's practicing dodging getting stabbed.
He's really convinced he will be stabbed.
That's trauma.
That's
trauma. All traumatized.
That's
Like
it. Everybody got the specifics.
Mm-hmm.
And then
getting shanked is
and
right.
then and then when Knack shows up again to be like, hey guys, I'm going to be gone for a week, Oswalt just has bandages on his torso.
Oh my god.
It's going well.
Also,
I'm bad at this.
I also feel like I would like to make some other points during Knack's time praying. I don't want it to I don't want to just disappear. Knack is always driven to madness. No matter where he is, like he's always got these like impulsive tendencies. This time, despite being on the boat where he's arguably usually at his craziest, he's like channeling his focus into something productive. And I think maybe while he is praying, like he's going to try to establish a connection to the life god to talk about something, which he hasn't in a while.
Okay. Yeah, I was actually going to say something kind of related to that, insofar as like, as Knack is connecting to the life god and concentrating really hard on this ritual, he would feel a sort of gentle warmth kind of spread in his chest. And when that happens, Knack would realize there's sort of like this like light fluttery feeling before, like a background noise of a feeling that was like mild anxiety, I guess.
Yeah.
And yeah, so as soon as that warm, gentle feeling takes over and that feeling disappears, obviously the absence of that feeling would then make itself known to Knack. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
So like something is kind of like taking that away and grounding Knack more than perhaps he has been in a little while.
Okay. He's been feeling this feeling for so long that he didn't even realize it was there until it was gone.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Interesting.
Like when you're really tense and then you suddenly like relax and you're like, oh, I see.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it has been a while since he tried to establish a connection. I don't want to necessarily just make this whole travel bit about me, so if other people want to do stuff in the meantime, that's cool. But I do want to have like a little conversation with the life god at some point.
Sure. We can jump into that after we go over some of the other things happening on the boat, if that's cool.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So Oswalt is training and getting stabbed.
Yeah.
Is there anything you would like to add to that, or
I don't have anything. Except
are you pleased with this?
I don't have anything except for silly training montages. He definitely doesn't want to get stabbed a whole bunch, so he's training to not get stabbed and getting stabbed gently in the process.
Gently stabbed. I do like the idea of Oswalt, like if there were cutaways to every character doing their own thing in this period of time, Oswalt is in the background of every single one of them doing the same thing, like just
getting
practicing not getting stabbed,
just progressively getting more bandaged.
Growing more and more anemic as he loses blood.
Yeah. Somehow getting paler every single time. Yeah.
Oh my god. Towards the end, he's just straight up translucent.
He's just dead.
Wait, is he practicing? Is he getting stabbed?
Not on
purpose.
Not on purpose. And I don't like, because have you ever seen people like train with swords or knife fighting and stuff? They'll like they go through the motions, but we don't have wooden knives and shit to practice with. So Oswalt's using his actual dagger with the skeleton so it's slow, but he's still fucking up because he's not great at this. So he's getting like cut and poked. So he's not getting shanked as if somebody's trying to kill him, but he is getting wounded.
Yeah.
I imagine
Oswalt,
it's
I don't
like
think
all
this
on
is-
the sides too, so it's just like your kidneys getting fucking rocked over and over again.
Yeah.
I don't think this is healthy. Like, I think everyone has a healthy fear of being stabbed. I don't.
It's an unhealthy fear.
I don't know that means that. I don't think you need to do this.
Well, well, it's true, but I just like to prepare because you know what they say: fail to prepare, then prepare to get stabbed.
I like. Okay, hold on. I like to imagine that periodically during Knack's prayer, it's like a guy who's shut in his room, coming out and seeing the roommates, and he's like grabbing like water from the sink and like going back in, like he's gaming. Like he comes out with like headphones on and like, yeah, what's up? And he like grabs water and then like he has a drink of water and goes back. And like Knack during one of these moments has that little conversation with Oswalt. Like he's just grabbing a drink of water.
That's funny as hell. Oh my goodness. Did Art roll a decipher script?
Not yet. A natural 20. I like how we're like, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Fascination.
going over Withersby's notes, it's almost like you have a moment of connection with the late Withersby. You're like, I get this guy. I understand this.
Oh, well.
Okay.
Feel that, brother.
So, going over the notes, one thing that pops out to you right away, some notes, some marks added to part of the map on the corkboard, specifically on the north and south side of the Jonstrom Canyon, that correlated with the train stations and the pillars that are like on display there, the ancient pillars. And he refers to those as, after like X amount of time studying the ancient culture, they're referred to as anchors. It seems like they're supposed to be used to nail down some kind of magic. So whatever was being used, those two things are there for a very specific purpose.
And we had kind of, at the train station, been like, these are super magical along the same lines of like the ruins and like Coombe and stuff, right?
Yeah, they specifically are a lot like the little things that you use as the magic dowsing rods.
Okay.
It seems like their function is to just draw in magic, hence why they work the way that they do. Going over that more, there had been some, before you had read about something about there being two different wars in ancient Castell. Like the ancient civilization had two separate big wars that were being recorded, a whole bunch. It seems like one of them, the first one, was with some kind of outside force, whether that be another nation or some kind of invading monster force or something else. That's not really clear. It basically just says a war with the outsiders. The second one was a civil war, and it seems to have been fought over some relic or another, or a collection of relics. And that war ultimately led to the civilization just vanishing off the face of the planet. They destroyed each other. Around the same time as the war, maybe a little bit before on the timeline, it seems like that would have been when the ancient folk would have split apart, and like people would have like ventured across the globe, and that's where people like the Wanderer and Munden come from.
Me by that, because my brain is not good. I would love to have all of this as a list of facts that I will not immediately forget because I can't retain information.
I believe Nick is writing it down right now.
I do have quite a few notes that I could put somewhere.
Like either way, yeah. I mean, since we have deciphered it and you have it as information, could we have it somewhere?
That's all the information you can glean in your time reading over this trip for right now. But I think there was some pretty interesting new thing. Oh, one last thing. In the section of the notes that was discussing the relic or relics that were being fought over, there is a small aside jotted in the margins by Withersby, as if he's like not quite sure if there is a connection there, but he feels like there is. And it just says conduit ? ?
And is this still about those like pins at the train station?
They're all kind of like in the same group, so it seems like it is related, yes. So in like the same like area of study, it seems like Withersby was drawing connections between the civil war that was fought over these relics, conduit, and the anchors around the Jonstrom Canyon. Huzzah! And the first war with the outsiders. It was all part of like the same grouping of notes.
Okay, specifically the first war.
Well, the relics were the instigating factor of the second one.
Okay.
The first one is just like he's like tangentially relating them, since they happened in like pretty like fairly rapid succession to his estimation. So it seemed like it was the first war, there was like a brief period of relative peace, and then the second war, and then their civilization was just gone. A very chill time.
Do you think, now that you have kind of gathered all the information, that Art would put it together sort of for the whole party, or do I have to study these as well?
Art would definitely like relay the information to whoever would like want to
Yeah, it is relatively obvious that, like, honestly, the main thing Will has been, like, working on is finding out about, like, a lot of things that have to do with this. Now that you have sort of, like, gathered the info, if Art wouldn't just kind of give it away naturally, then he's going to just have to spend...
No, Art would definitely...
It's going to make a difference on what he's going to do, basically.
Yeah, no, Art would definitely share with the class. Like, he's not in the business of keeping things to himself. And I think he would specifically kind of, like, drop papers off to Will, knowing that, like, Will's largely been the other person who has, like, wanted to read through these things. You know, we have a party member who's illiterate.
Exactly. The only person I can,
out, and someone who's in an alternate dimension. So
the only person that I can imagine being, like, thorough enough for Will not to decide he needs to go over absolutely everything again himself, because he's like that too, would be Art, but it would depend on how you do it. Like, literally, like, if you show up and you're like, you know, just like, if you've gone through these things, then you have, like, made notes and whatever, and you give them over and he sees that they're good enough, he might not obsessively pore over everything again. But it will depend on the like the state of the investigation is what I'm saying. Because
honestly,
he's kind of like that. So.
I feel like if, like, as Art, like, has handed things over and, like, done it all, I feel like it's one of those, you know, like when, like, med school nurses have, like, really cute little, like, wow, like
that. That's exactly right.
Deadly
like
virus, like, you know, like
50 colors on the page.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Like things, deadly virus, and then like the
things are color coded. Things are like he's done his best to do notations without destroying the original text. Maybe there's overlay pages with vellum paper. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, oh, so like here's the original document, but like here are the notes I've made, and like I'm drawing from here to here to here, like this connection has been. That would be like how Art would be pouring over these, I feel.
At this standard, I think you might bypass his weird paranoia altogether.
Wow.
Let's
do
go.
The whole thing again.
Wow.
Yeah, we're just saying a lot, to be honest.
What's up, boys? Reading notes?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Eating a muffin?
What just happened?
Is that Libra eating a muffin?
Yeah, just passing by.
Yeah, because if not, like,
leaves.
I was gonna have to have him be like, "When you're done with any of that, you know, give it over." But
cool.
Yeah.
I mean, Art got a nat 20 on deciphering that. So I would imagine that plays over into also like making the notes legible for everybody.
Yeah.
So.
He's also just kind of like that. Like, if he's just making notes for himself, maybe it's not as detailed, but especially since this has been such a, like, we literally have a conspiracy board, like, wrapped up, rolled up in our, like, pack somewhere. Like, this is serious business. So, yeah. Yeah, I think he's gone full, like, study notes version of presenting the information. Put in that extra little bit. Yeah, Will's, like, getting really frustrated with, like, how long it seems to be taking him to, like, go through these notes. And then when he gets
because I was going to say, it's like, well, when you're done with that, then I'll have to go with you. But, like, if it's going to take that long, then would he even have enough time? Like, this bitch is getting mad. You know?
Yeah. And it's, like, as he's presented the notes, it's like, thank
it's
you.
Fine. Yeah. Yeah, for
Thanks
real.
for doing that.
Yeah. He's like stressing over how much time it's going to take for him to have to go over all of that again and how they don't have enough time. And then he's like, maybe there's just nothing left to actually jot down anyways.
And he's like, oh, okay.
It's done.
Almost a little bit disappointed. Like,
wow, I can't get mad anymore.
It's like, fuck. I was, you know, when you're all like prepared to be upset about something and then it's
there's
like,
nothing to be mad about.
Not like good, but it's not bad either. So you're just like,
yeah, it's like technically it is good.
Yeah, it is good, but it's like, it's just that feeling of just kind of being like, well, what do I do?
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
You know, he'll be fine.
All right. So then I was going to ask what Will was going to be up to, but I guess that already answered that question then.
Yes, now he's going to have to go over the notes.
Yeah.
Until then, I don't know. How long does it take? Does it take the whole trip?
It does not take the whole trip. No, Art managed to get that done really, really fast, actually.
Oh my god!
over the course of like, I want to say like a few days, maybe 4.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a nat 20 is just like, I got it. And
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
transcribing it.
Enough days for it to be like getting a little antsy, but not enough for it to be like, just give me that.
Like I said, Art felt like some kind of strange connection with the late Withersby. It's almost like they have the same kind of OCD or something. So it's just like, I understand what this is supposed to be.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Then he'll just be doing his own personal stuff and going moderately stir crazy until Art decides to come over, which will probably be, I don't know, the 6th or 7th time that will be like, are you going to be done with that soon?
Yeah.
You done?
Can I have them soon? You know, like every other time he passes by the studio, he's like, will you be done soon? How's that going? You know, like that.
Would have been 3.5 days without
God damn.
checks out.
Exactly. And he will do it.
It'll be done when it's done.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that everything's in order. And
After 3.5 days, this is like a wad of papers.
We're learning.
And so he'll just have to study Art's notes instead. Which I was going to tell you, do I have to roll anything to figure out if there's anything else that will glean from those with like history knowledge or any other knowledge? Or is it going to be the same? Like, is it worth doing?
You can roll a history to see if you can make any connections from anything that
I
know about.
Since I'm old.
Like, it just from context clues, I guess. You know? Yeah, because you're fucking old as shit. And
I'm old.
Creaky.
Well, I'm not creaky. I'm just old. Calm down. What if the computer hates me and it gives me a bad roll? See?
Oh my god.
It does. That's why I never do it here.
The dice on Roll20 are notoriously cruel.
Like, what the fuck? They're all so bad. I swear that.
You glean no new information.
Oh, be quiet.
What the fuck, man?
I don't even have history anyways. I only have Wilderness Arcana planes and religion.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah. It would be over a 10.
I mean, yeah, but just just based on
I'm never rolling on
it's less about you having rolled poorly or like doing
what the hell?
Like being unable to find anything or whatever, and it's more about the fact that you actually find Art's notes to be very, very extensive.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
You're trying to pick holes in it, and you're like, damn it.
This twink got too much time in his hands.
This must be... No, wait. No. He accounted for that. Damn it.
I guess I'm satisfied and I learned.
I like how upset he is about that.
Upset that he has nothing to be upset about.
I have no more questions.
Yeah. Is there anything that Brix would like to be doing?
Considering how everyone reacted to Brix's typical shenanigans when we were talking about entering Bell, she has taken that to heart, has spent the last few days meandering around the boat, not doing typical Brix things. She'll come across Oswalt and his skeletons, and he's like doing the dodging thing. And normally she'd be like, yeah, and try to get in on like trying to stab Oswalt. But
what the fuck?
With that, she's like,
no, I will resist my natural predilections.
And she just walks away. And then she comes across Art.
As Brix is walking away, she just hears Oswalt go, ah!
I'm missing all the fun.
And then she comes across Art, and he's got like all his papers laid out, and he's transcribing and then making very detailed notes. And she's like,
oh yeah, get in on this nerd shit. I'm gonna kick some books around and toss some papers, yeah.
But then she's like, wait, no,
I gotta be dead. I gotta be normal.
So she just walks away.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh.
I gotta be normal era.
Yeah.
So true.
And she sees Will, and Will's kind of like fretting, kind of, anxiously waiting to get this information. Normally she'd go up and, I don't know, just mess with him a little bit, ask him stupid questions or something. And then she's like, wait, no.
That's true.
Gotta be normal.
So she just walks away.
Brix spends a week at a boat Normalmaxxing.
Yeah, Normalmaxxing. But like, the more she does it, she starts getting kind of twitchy.
I was going to say, does Brix get boat madness this time?
Oh my God.
So the longer this goes on, the more she's just like, yeah. You know?
To be honest, she only has to be normal at the glade. She could have gotten the crazy out now.
Yeah, but she's trying to practice, you know?
She's training as well.
So at some point, I don't know, if somebody's just like, hey, Brix, how you doing? And I don't know, she probably just let loose.
Oh my
her
God.
own boat madness episode. I don't know what that would look like.
Well, as soon as you say that, my mind immediately goes to when cats get zoomies and just start sprinting wildly from one end of the house to the other.
Yeah.
And then they scream at the ceiling and they get big eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, that tracks. I think it just would break out into zoomies and indeterminate screaming and knife fighting the air for no reason, and then
does go stab Oswalt just for good measure.
Yeah. While he's bandaging himself, he's like, my back, you know.
While Brix is having an episode, off in the distance somewhere, floating on the water, Brix notices a couple of shipwrecks.
She would excitedly hop up and down at the railing of the boat. Just be, oh, something interesting. Okay. I'm gonna go get somebody. I don't know who would be the first person she'd come across.
Let's roll a d4 and see. Scaff.
So she just runs in a direction and bumps into Scaff. She's like, okay, Scaff, okay, you can listen to me, all right? So out on the water, I saw that there was like a shipwreck and there's a boat and it's not moving and we should go there.
As Brix approaches and starts manically yammering at Scaff, he just like turns real slowly and takes like a slow hit on his cigar and it's like nodding slowly. And then once Brix finishes, she exhales and is like, fuck yeah.
Okay,
all right.
Really? Okay. So I got we're gonna get on a little boat. We're gonna get on the little boat, go to the other boat, and then we're gonna get maybe there's treasure or like some ghosts or pirates or ghost pirates. What do you think is gonna happen over there?
I think about now, it's when the like always sunny thing that says the gang gets haunted. Like scream kicks in.
Yeah, perfect.
How about now?
The Funk Soul Brother.
Yeah.
Okay. Scaff just is like, yep, let's lower the lifeboat. He just like starts lowering the thing.
She's hopping at the railing still, just like,
yeah. He climbs down, cigar in his mouth as he's coming down, grabs one of the paddles. Okay.
I kind of just imagine her climbing down the side of the boat using her claws, and then she's in the lifeboat, just hopping up and down, excited, pointing in the direction of the shipwreck.
Can I get you to roll a spot, please?
To see the ghosts? Except for the ghosts.
12.
Okay. Not great.
No.
All right. So Brix and Scaff approach the shipwrecks without noticing too much is strange. There are a few crates and things floating among them, which presumably have goods inside.
Oh. This one Brix has like a grappling hook or some shit like that.
I'm pretty sure Brix has exactly a grappling hook, doesn't she?
I mean, she's got her crossbow. Man, I really have to clean up her inventory. It's goddamn.
It's such a mess because she keeps stealing. She's hoarding.
Do you have rope?
Yes, she definitely has rope.
Well, you could use that with the crossbow.
Yeah, I think that's what she'll do. She'll attach some rope to a crossbow bolt and shoot it at one of the flotsam, I think is what it's called.
I believe so. Okay. I just rolled and it was pretty good. So Brix fires the bolt and it sinks into the side of one of the crates.
Mm-hmm.
And is very snugly in there.
Yeah, she'd pull it alongside the rowboat, and the second that it is close enough, she would jam her crowbar into a side of it and try and wedge it open.
Scaff would be helping you with this, as pulling it in and trying to jam it open.
I mean, she is definitely just a cat.
Yeah. A cat and a goblin out at sea, hanging out.
This is potential for terrible outcomes is crazy. I mean, goblins are pretty insane too.
Okay, let's see what we got in here.
There is a disappointing amount of rotten fruit, but there are also some small satchels inside containing various odds and ends, including a handful of silver coins.
Brix would open up the box and just be like, ew. Oh, is that silver? And she's kind of pawing through the rotten fruit, just like, ew. Ooh, silver. Ew.
Can I get you to roll another spot, please?
Absolutely. Oh, that's much better. 26.
As you're digging through these things, something catches your eye. Something in the shipwrecks. It occurs to you now that one of the shipwrecks looks distinctly different from the other. One of them is like very spread apart and looks like you would expect a broken up ship to look and is like floating in pieces. The other one doesn't seem to be drifting apart from itself at all. And as you grabbed the crate and pulled it towards yourself, jimmied it open, you notice that that one, the one that is staying mostly all in one piece, has gotten closer to you.
Is it haunted? Or are you about to find like some new horrible kind of mimic that will eat you? What are we doing here?
Hey.
So
It's
now
not
that
moving
she's got
fast.
a little bit of her gremlin energy out, she got to climb down the side of a boat. She got to shoot something. She got to pry something open with a crowbar. She got the promise of even just a little bit of money. she's you know, gotten it out of her system, and she's a little more level-headed. And as she's pawing through this rotten fruit, she's like,
Hey, Scaff. Have you noticed that one shipwreck over there that's in pieces is sort of staying together in a very specific form and also making its way over? Have you noticed that?
Scaff once again exhales a large cloud of smoke from his cigar and says, "Nah."
Okay, well,
No.
listen, I got a bad feeling about this. I think we may have perhaps mistakes were made and traps may have been sprung or in the process of being sprung on us. And I think we should go.
I don't know. I think it's probably just the floating of we're on the sea, right? It's you know,
Right.
it happens.
But
the crossbow's currently helping hold the... Instead of shooting a crossbow, though, I think Brix is going to use a little...
I was gonna say, yeah, you have like fireballs or something, or like you have magic.
Yeah,
Do you have alchemist fire?
That definitely.
Oh, she's got alchemist fire, but I don't think she's going to resort to setting stuff on fire just yet. Instead, I think what she's going to do is she is going to cast Obscuring Mist. Casts a 20-foot radius cloud of obscuring mist fog. And she's basically going to cast it in between herself and Scaff and the encroaching boat.
and then she's gonna be like, for reals though, I think we should go. I've got a bad feeling about this.
All right. There was more to. Okay, that's fine. All right. Let's go.
Listen, I bet there's some delicious treasure in there, but we're only two little guys, and
we are little.
It's true. So here, you take this,
and she just like slaps a few silver that's covered in rotten fruit goo in his hand.
And we should turn around. I'm just gonna stand at the end of the boat here in the back part. I got 2 fistfuls of alchemist fire that I will throw immediately the moment that boat comes through the fog, because I'm telling you it will.
Okay. So you cast the mist, have this conversation, and as Brix finishes speaking, for a moment you'd realize that the water has grown suspiciously quiet as you start rowing back to the boat.
Any minute now.
And after a moment, there's some rapid splashing sounds. And as you approach the boat, the quote-unquote shipwreck grows in speed. It starts gaining on you.
She's gonna huck
The
an alchemist
largest
fire.
part of it splits open like a big mouth and roars at you.
Oh shit! So it was a mimic. Brix is going to whip an alchemist fire in that thing, and the second that they're close enough to the boat that she can hop from the little dinghy to the boat proper.
Can I get an attack roll from you?
But isn't it huge? It must be the size of another boat.
It is fairly large.
I mean, it's a shipwreck.
Yeah. I mean, it's not an enormous ship, but like it's bigger than your average mimic for sure.
Okay.
A dirty 20 to attack.
Okay. So as you guys are getting close to the boat and the mimic is approaching you, it opens its mouth to roar, and at that exact moment, a vial of alchemist fire crashes inside its mouth.
Hell yeah.
And it starts wailing in agony as, you know,
Rat, you fucking liar.
its mouth is on fire. Oh my god.
Does that
No fairness, she did tell. She did say.
Yeah. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, row faster. Hop, hop, come on.
Okay. You approach the boat. The mimic is still kind of writhing in pain. A decent distance away from you, but significantly closer to the boat than it used to be.
I mean, we would hear this, no? You're
I would imagine.
floating alchemist fires,
Yes,
and there's like roaring
yeah.
giant mimics here that you're leading towards our boat.
You would definitely hear this. I would say this is...
Okay.
Knack is still away meditating at this point. And this is sometime after Will has gotten the papers from Art. So like maybe a couple days after. So you're maybe like halfway through the journey at this point. And then, yeah, suddenly everybody would hear the wailing of a fucking giant mimic.
I would actually say Oswalt, because he spends a lot of his time on the deck to be near the wheel and just like do his boatly duties and his stab training.
I like that he keeps up the boat duties while he's doing his stab training.
Yeah, you can't just drop it.
What a bro.
Yeah, he's a responsible fella. So he hears that, and then he goes to the side of the boat where he hears it coming from. What does he see specifically?
Okay, so Oswalt would see Scaff hurriedly scurrying up the side of the boat and coming back up onto the deck, and he sees like errant bits of what look like a ship writhing around in the water, and part of it is opened up and just kind of spewing flame up into the air.
Brix is climbing up the side of the boat, and she hoists herself over, and she's like,
somehow a mimic found us and we gotta fight it.
Who could have foreseen this happening?
Yeah.
Oswald puts his hand out to help get Skiff up. Scaff.
Scaff.
Skiff.
But Skiff is funny in this context.
It is pretty funny.
Yeah, get Scaff up.
Okay.
Maybe while he's on a boat, he is Skiff.
Can we make the boat go any faster? Is this a thing that we can do?
Obviously, because there's a lot of noise and horrible shit happening. Like I definitely would go out on deck as well and be like, "What is happening?"
We were just quietly minding our own business, and a mimic came and it started spewing fire for some reason. We
That is
should
not
probably deal with
believable.
this.
Okay. I mean, if I come out into the deck right now, what is the vibe?
The vibe is bad.
What do
The
I
vibe
see?
is
The vibe is
really
terrible. Like,
bad.
terrible. Like,
I mean,
fast.
after it deals, well, I mean, Alchemist Fire hangs out for a while, so its mouth is still on fire, but I guess its nerve endings are dead, so it is now approaching again, but with a flaming mouth. You might imagine that it's pissed off.
I think Art's managed to help the boat go faster before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to
Oswalt,
try
is
and
Oswalt
do this
at the,
again.
like on the wheel?
No. Whip is
no.
on the wheel.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's fine. He's kind of good at that, right? Right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I asked. He's good at that, right?
They're all
Oswalt.
good at it, right?
Much like Will's initial response
Yeah.
of coming up on the deck after the noise and kind of asking what the vibe was like,
Yeah.
Libra also appears. It's like, what is going? Oh my god!
Yeah. Yeah.
Is he still eating a muffin? Oh wait,
He's
that was
got
several
he's got
days ago.
another muffin.
Different muffin.
Yeah.
A new muffin.
Yeah.
Fair.
What is the sales situation on our boat?
What do you mean?
Are they all
Can I-
down?
Can I
I would
help?
imagine so.
Because if they weren't before, we gotta do that.
Yeah. Did I get Homeboy up?
Yes.
Okay.
Gaff is on the boat. He's
I-
scared.
Oswalt starts summoning a skeleton. I don't know how long you want that to take in the.
I mean, we can just say that there's a fella aboard.
Okay.
Where is he summoning the skeleton?
Well, he's like right next to the edge of the boat where he helps Gaff up.
Okay.
So
I
he's
was wondering if you summoned him in the water, and I was like,
no. He's summoning the skeleton, and then as soon as the skeleton gets summoned, he makes the skeleton because I can have them appear with either a scimitar or their claws. So this one has a scimitar, and he gets them to jump like down with the sword down to like attack it.
Okay, excellent. So the skeleton jumps down to strike the mimic. Can you roll an attack roll for me? Does anyone else try to strike the mimic before it attacks the boat?
I would like to move the boat before it attacks the boat.
Yes. I was gonna say I think we also need some people prioritizing, I don't know, as much speed right now as possible.
Yeah.
So if all of the sails are drawn, then I don't know what else I can do. Nothing really.
Then maybe
There are two tiny little sails on the side.
Like
that pop out.
realistically, it wouldn't be because that's not how boats operate. Nobody
Mm.
really has all the sails all the time unless you are like hailing absolute fucking ass for some
Yeah.
reason. And also, it depends on the wind, you know.
Mm.
Like, so if they are not all drawn, then I like
Yeah.
we'll go around and like what's like.
I'd say that you could probably Will would be opening up the side sails
Mm.
to like wings, quote unquote.
I got a 12.
Total?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the skeleton just drops in the water.
Oh, there you go.
No,
No, can you swim?
No.
put some water wings on that some bitch before you throw him overboard.
Okay, so can I get Art to roll a d10?
Yes.
A 4.
Okay. Art is helping make the boat move faster, but not quite as much as he was hoping.
That's fair.
Yeah. Is Brix gonna do anything else?
She has either cut the rope that has sort of tethered her crossbow to the dinghy at some point and is just racking a new crossbow bolt and is gonna try and hit this thing.
Okay. Roll an attack roll for me, please. And while you do that, Lever is going to cast Lightning Bolt.
Yeah.
That's probably not
That's
a
a
terrible
17 to
idea.
hit.
That's... yeah. You guys are all having like a pretty chill day, and then suddenly there's a gigantic flaming mimic approaching you, and everyone's just...
Like we're not fast enough.
fuck.
We're not fast enough to get away yet, are we?
The thing's not very fast. Mimics are ambush predators,
I know, right?
so...
How many will get away?
She hits it for 2 piercing damage.
Oh!
Yeah. Ooh.
All right. Between the fire and the bolt and the lightning bolt, the mimic has now decided that this is no longer worth its trouble.
Okay, good.
It whimpers and starts retreating, slinking away back towards the actual shipwreck.
That's what you get for holding your treasures and then making them so tantalizing for some reason. I mean, I don't know what happened here. You bitch.
You bet.
Art's
Scat
wins.
having a mild panic attack.
Well, hey, everybody. Thanks so much for listening to this new episode of StumbleQuest. Our theme is Struttin by Louie Zong, with some other music by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com. And you know, this is a bi-weekly podcast, twice a month, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks on February 25th. Till then, catch us at StumbleQuest.com for more information about the show, cast, and characters. We are at StumbleQuest on Blue Sky. Come check us out there, too. And if you're feeling a little sociable, you'd like to join the show's Discord, the link is in the episode description. 5-star ratings and reviews mean so much to us, and it would be super helpful for the show if you could give one to us on iTunes specifically, but anywhere really. if you've already been so kind as to do that for us, maybe tell a friend you think would vibe with us. We'd appreciate it. We are also at patreon.com/StumbleQuest. And if you are on an Apple device, please consider subscribing through your web browser rather through the app in the Apple App Store, which is a mouthful to say, even to think, so just free yourself from it and go to the web browser. And speaking of Patreon, I have so many patrons that I would love to say thank you to. So I'm going to do so right now. Thank you so much to Andy Animates, Crispy, Eldrasar, Elfheim, Fire Seal, John Bridaham, Kaylin, Lemon Wiki, Lorenzo Hall, Mad Hatter Plush Artist, Mr. Peacher, Mike Provenzano, Shaz Hands, Silver, Sleepy Turtle Cat, Striker, The Tommynator, Wiles Paleo, and Will the Smoshy. Thank y'all so much. Your support helps us bring every new episode right to you. This episode was edited by myself, Allie, and you can find me at YouSeeTheHat on most socials, including Blue Sky. And tune in next time, folks, because every bit and bob of treasure Brix recovered is also a mimic, but the gang doesn't notice until it's all been peace offered to the druids.